Think about a river. The water doesn't resist the
It
rocks.
flows around
It
them,
flows around
over them,
over
through
them,
them,
through them,
and somehow the river always finds its way to the ocean.
Today onwards, I embraced one more change in my life. You will get to know what is it at the end of this video. Now listen this story. You know that feeling when you're driving down a road you've taken 1,000 times and suddenly you decide to turn left instead of right? That's change. Change is simple in definition. It means to alter, to modify, to make different. But in reality, it's one of the most complex, beautiful, and terrifying things we experience. There are two types of change in life, and understanding the difference between them is everything. The first is deliberate change. This is the one you see coming. You decide to move to a new city. You choose to leave a job. You commit to learning something new. It happens with your knowledge, your permission, your acceptance. You're steering the ship. I'll give you an example. Last year, I decided to completely redesign my morning routine. No phone for the first hour, cold water, a walk. I knew it was coming. I prepared for it. And because I chose it, I embraced it. It transformed my entire day. But then there's the second type, non-deliberate change. This one shows up uninvited. A job loss, a relationship ending, an illness, a global pandemic. It's unpredictable. It catches you off guard. Sometimes it feels like the universe moved your furniture around in the dark, and now you're stubbing your toes on everything. The question isn't whether you'll face this kind of change. You will. The question is, how will you meet it? Here's what I've learned. The ones who thrive aren't the ones who avoid change. They're the ones who embrace it. Embracing change doesn't mean you're happy about it. It doesn't mean you understand it immediately. It means you stop fighting it. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? Where is this taking me? When you embrace change, both the deliberate and the unexpected, you navigate ahead. You move forward. You don't get stuck in the wreckage of how things used to be. Think about a river. The water doesn't resist the rocks. It flows around them, over them, through them, and somehow the river always finds its way to the ocean. Which brings me to something I want to share with you. I've been thinking a lot about change lately, about how this channel has grown with your voice, your stories, your trust. And I realized something was missing. There's a perspective I haven't brought to this space yet, a voice I haven't included, a way of seeing the world that deserves to be heard here. So I'm embracing a change of my own. Starting from the next video onwards, you're going to hear a woman's voice joining this conversation. A new perspective, a new energy, someone who will bring her own stories, her own insights, her own way of moving through the world. This isn't a replacement. This is an expansion. This is me saying, change doesn't have to be about loss. Sometimes it's about addition. It's about making space for something new without losing what was already here. So when you watch that next video and you hear that different voice, I want you to remember this. Embrace it. Because change, real change, the kind that matters only happens when we're brave enough to let something new in. See you in the next one.